Hello and welcome to another weekly outlook video. So we're going to start with the DXY as usual. If you've been following me for some time now, you know very well the whole month of July, our draw of liquidity has been this monthly fair value gap. And as you can see, the month of July just ended last week on Thursday. And you can see finally price has tagged our higher time frame draw of liquidity. So let's move to the lower time frame and just see what the market is doing. So let's go to the weekly and see. So as of this week, we do have this buy side liquidity. Price normally likes to gravitate towards places where you see such candlesticks. You see these candlesticks that do not have a wick. Price likes going to such places. So as much as price has already tagged our higher time frame draw of liquidity, as of now, I'm still expecting we should continue with the bullish move unless price starts violating our bullish PDRAs, and then that now will tell us that the market might now be ready to, we might now be willing to start with a bearish move. So on the daily time frame, I'm just watching this daily fair value gap here. And if price violates this daily fair value gap, then that can be a first sign that this market is willing to, we may not be willing to continue with the bearish move for the dollar. But as of now, I'm watching this daily fair value gap. If price does not violate this daily fair value gap, then I'm anticipating we might get a bullish move. And I'm looking at this buy side liquidity here. Price likes to gravitate towards candle bodies that do not have a wick, like this one here. This is a buy side liquidity of with no wick to create the swing high. It's just a body. Price like gravitating towards such liquidity regions. So I'm expecting if we respect this fair value gap, then that's what I want to see if we are still willing to be bullish. However, if the market is now ready to continue with the bearish move after tagging our higher time from key level, then I'd want to see it violate this daily fair value gap. Then we invert it and use it now to push price lower. But as of now, I'm watching this fair value gap. So let's look at GBP USD. Starting for the monthly, again, guys, we have been calling this price the whole month of July. When July started, I told you guys this is my draw of liquidity, and you can see that is exactly what price delivered in the month of July. This is nice. Now, we have still not yet tagged our monthly fair value gap. I want to see price tag this fair value gap this coming week. So let's look at the weekly, and as you can see on the weekly, we still have this. Yes, this is our monthly fair value gap. So this is sell side liquidity that we want to see price get to. So let's move to the daily. And somebody might be wondering, why do I keep shifting from the monthly, weekly, and daily? And that is because if you're in the higher time frame, we're just getting the narrative. And as of now, our narrative is we want to see price get to this monthly fair value gap. So we move to the next lower time frame to see if there's any PDRA that we think price might use to push price to our draw of liquidity. And you could see on the weekly, we really didn't have any clear PDRA that can be used to push price lower. But you see, when we move to the daily time frame, you can see we have this daily fair value gap here that has been tagged by price. On Friday, we tagged this daily fair value gap. So we are anticipating that this daily fair value gap should act as a should push price lower now, so we can get to this monthly fair value gap. As you can see, this order block here was tagged by price. This fair value gap here was also tagged by price. I'm not looking at this here. This should just be still left as a breakaway gap. So let's look at EURUSD, and we're going to start from the monthly time frame. So as you can see, EURUSD on the monthly time frame, we had this order block here, but this order block was already tagged. The month of May, we tagged this order block, and then we got that bullish move up. So as of now, where EURUSD stands, you can see price took out this high here, and we have this low here. And again, you can see, guys, this is a flat candle low, and we said price likes gravitating towards such kind of lows. So I'm looking at this as the target, as my draw of liquidity for EURUSD. So let's look at the weekly, and on the weekly, as you can see, yes, this is our draw of liquidity, and we have this inversion fair value gap here. So let's look at the daily. Our inversion fair value gap is here. We have this order block created here, and also we have this fair value gap here. All these are PDRAs all in one place. So yes, I want to see price tag these PDRAs and then we get our bearish move. However, if price violates this weekly inversion fair value gap, which also will be this daily fair value gap, then that could mean that this Euro USD, we are now starting to see bullish moves. But of course, by the time we are getting that violation, DXY, you'll also see we are violating the daily key levels that we just marked. So let's look at yen pairs and the month of July, the monthly time frame. So the month of July, we had a bearish month. So let's look at the weekly, and we have this weekly fair value gap here. If price violates this weekly fair value gap, then that would mean the yen is getting stronger. Because you can see above here, we don't have any other PDRAs that we can see can be used to push price lower. So this is the only PDRA as I see here as of now, this week that we're just watching. So yeah, this is what I'm watching. If this gets violated, then that means yen pairs are stronger, and you should be anticipating to see bearish moves for GBP JPY, Euro JPY, Audi JPY, CAD JPY. So let's look at GBP JPY, starting with the weekly time frame. And as you can see here, we only have this order block, which was already tagged by price. So as of now, actually, even this week, for the past 2 weeks, GBP JPY has been in a consolidation. So as of now, I can just say let's watch and see what price is likely to give us. So let's look at daily GBP JPY. So if you're going to get bearish moves for GBP JPY, then this daily order block should not be violated by price. So let's look at CADJPY, and CADJPY, we have this inversion fair value gap here. If you're willing to have a bearish moves, then I want to see price should not violate this inversion fair value gap, and then we get these bearish moves. And also apart from the inversion fair value gaps, this here is an order block. So yes, those should be pushed. Those should be used to push price lower. That is, if CAD JPY, you're going to get bearish moves. So what I can say for JPY pairs, yen pairs, I'm watching the yen basket to see how yen price will behave, will react in that weekly. Is it the weekly? Yeah, the weekly fair value gap that we have. If we violate it, then I'm expecting yen pairs should give us bearish moves as of maybe next week. But as of now, I'll just work with the key levels that the market is giving me. Let's look at gold. And as you can see, last month, the whole month, gold was just ranging. Actually, the month of June and July. And you can see the month of July, this is an inside month. We did not take out the previous month high, and we did not take out the previous month low. The days where you get inside, whether it's an inside daily candle, inside weekly candle, in this case, inside monthly candle, you're likely to get a ranging price action. So let's look at the weekly. And on the weekly, you can see we took out this previous week low. We also took out this low, and we also swept these lows here. And price closed above here, giving us an order block here at this point. So if gold is willing to give us bullish moves, then this order block should be our last line of defense to push price higher. And I'm looking at this buy side liquidity here as the first target. This buy side liquidity. So for gold on the daily time frame, we have this inversion fair value gap, and I'm watching this inversion fair value gap. If we violate this inversion fair value gap, then I'm anticipating that this inversion fair value gap will act as support to push price higher. However, if we do not violate this inversion fair value gap can also be used to push price lower if we're having a bearish moves for gold. So right now, gold, the price action is really not clear as where price, if we're bullish or bearish, but I'll just use these key levels as a guide to know where price is likely to get to. So let's look at NAS 100, and starting from the monthly, you can see we have this monthly fair value gap here, which can act as draw of liquidity for price. If price is willing to go bearish to give us bearish moves, I'm looking at this monthly fair value gap as the first target or the first draw of liquidity before we continue with the bullish move, or we might even violate it and it starts going bearish. But as of now, that is what I'm watching. So on the weekly, we have a tiny inversion fair value gap here. This is so tiny. Yes. So which should be used to push price lower. If you see price, if you start seeing bullish moves, I would want to see these to be used to push price lower. Also, we have this order block here, which can act as the last line of defense. So that's what I see on the weekly chart.